Hey, and welcome back. This is video number 2 in a series of 3, and this video is called Reconnecting with Yourself. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the things you can do to strengthen the relationship with yourself. If you can relate to that feeling of losing yourself or being disconnected from yourself, you may be asking, okay, so how do I reconnect with myself? Or once I've gotten a good connection with myself, how do I stay connected and not let outside things interfere with that? We're going to look at 3 things: beliefs, self-care, and self-talk. First, you want to look at beliefs you have about interacting with other people. A belief is something you carry around with you based on something that you learned probably a long time ago. With a lot of the people I work with, there's this belief that says, I better keep my focus on the other person, or else it's the or else that's important, or else I'll lose them, or else they'll get mad at me, or else things will fall apart, or else I'm not a good person, things like that. This belief system needs to be revised to say, it's okay to focus on myself and my needs. Actually, it's essential. Put the oxygen mask on yourself first, as the saying goes, so that you have the resources to show up for other people. You are responsible for your own well-being, your own feelings, your own growth path. Other people are responsible for their own feelings. Sometimes those wires get crossed and you believe that you are responsible for someone else's feelings, and that is false. So this is another belief that needs to be revised to have a healthy connection with yourself and with other people. I am no longer responsible for the feelings of others. That belongs to them, not me. And one thing I just want to interject is that we're talking about adult-to-adult relationships. There's some different things to consider when it's a caretaker-child relationship. So next, I want to talk about 2 important strategies for keeping a healthy connection to yourself: self-care and self-talk. Self-care is what you do. Self-talk is what you think. Self-care means doing supportive and affirming things for yourself. It goes way beyond getting a massage or taking a bubble bath, although those are both nice things. The kind of self-care I'm talking about is tending to your core self, the way you would tend to someone you loved and cared about. An example of this deeper self-care would be asking yourself what you need during a stressful time and then doing things that meet that need. Self-care also means paying attention to your wins or even minor achievements and acknowledging your effort with some kind of reward or at least a mental pat on the back. You don't want to just gloss over the good stuff you do. Self-care also means do not neglect yourself, because when you're connected to yourself, you tend to yourself. It's your job. Lastly, self-care means keeping yourself emotionally safe, removing yourself from toxic situations, which is all about having good boundaries, setting them and keeping them. Moving on to self-talk, the way you talk to yourself in your mind. Pretty much everyone I've worked with on strengthening the relationship with themselves talks to themselves in some pretty critical and judgmental ways. So keeping a good connection with yourself is about becoming a true ally to yourself. And for most of us, that means enforcing a no bullying policy, which means it's not okay to be mean or think mean thoughts toward yourself, because that's not cool. You wouldn't treat someone you loved and respected that way, so you never want to allow your own thoughts to treat you that way. Instead, you want to create a habit of saying things to yourself like, I'm really proud of you for the way you did that, or thank you, I appreciate how hard you try. And things like, it's gonna be okay, we'll figure it out, you got this. Now, as you can tell, there's a lot to this, but the energy you put into strengthening the relationship with yourself is worth it, I promise. You'll feel better, you'll feel stronger and more confident, and you'll show up in every relationship you have as your absolute best self. In our next video, I'm going to talk about making the transformation from feeling like you've lost the connection with your core self to having that strong, solid, healthy connection with yourself, especially as you're interacting with other people. In the meantime, if you'd like to see more about this topic of reconnecting with yourself, please visit my website at motivex.com. For now, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.